Believe it or not, this was football. A game of pure, chaotic attack, where a formation was just a fancy word for a scrum. And this is football today. It's a high-speed chess match, all about complex systems and suffocating pressure. The goal hasn't changed, but how we get there. It's like we're playing a different sport entirely. So how on earth did we get from that to this? What happened that completely rewrote the DNA of football tactics? In the early days, the philosophy was beautifully simple: just attack. All of you. The go-to formation was this pyramid, or 2-3-5. And yes, you heard that right, 5 players whose only real job was to hang out up front and score goals. It was direct, it led to a ton of goals, and it relied on winning your individual battle to overwhelm the 2 lonely defenders. The obvious problem? It left the 2 poor defenders at the back totally exposed. Sure, it made for a wild shootout, a constant back and forth of frantic attacks, but it wasn't exactly strategic. Football was about to get its first big reality check, all thanks to a tiny tweak in the rulebook. Then came 1925, and a change to the offside law. Suddenly, that old trick of the defense just stepping up to catch attackers offside wasn't so easy. Almost overnight, the 2-3-5 was a defensive liability. The game needed an answer, and it came from Arsenal's legendary manager, Herbert Chapman. Chapman introduced what became known as the WM formation. It was genius in its simplicity. He pulled a midfielder into defense and dropped 2 forwards back into the midfield, creating a 3-2-2-3. For the first time, you had a real balance between attack and defense. This wasn't just about throwing punches anymore, it was about structure, about absorbing pressure and hitting back with killer counters. For decades, the WM was the blueprint that defined the game. But football never stands still. The next big tactical war was fought over the midfield. As the rigid WM started to feel a bit dated, the 50s and 60s brought us the 4-2-4 and the 4-3-3, famously used by those incredible Brazilian teams. The whole point was to pack the middle of the park, giving teams way more control over the game's tempo. And this era gave us one of the most beautiful, mind-bending ideas in football history: total football, pioneered by the Dutch. The concept was truly revolutionary. Anyone could play anywhere. A defender could suddenly become a forward, a winger could drop into midfield, but the team's overall structure would magically stay intact. It was fluid, it was dizzying to watch, and it proved that a team wasn't just 11 individuals, it was a single, living organism. And that brings us to the modern game. You might see a 4-3-3 or a 3-5-2 on the team sheet before a match, but honestly, you can pretty much throw that out the window the second the whistle blows. Modern football is all about principles, not fixed positions. So what's the single biggest change? It's the shift from reacting to losing the ball to proactively hunting it down. Top teams today don't just drop back and get into shape, they swarm the opponent the instant possession is lost. It's a tactic famously known as Gegenpressing, or counter-pressing. The goal is to turn defense into a new attack in the blink of an eye. Today's formations are completely fluid, changing shape depending on whether a team is attacking or defending. And the players? They're hybrids. Your fullback isn't just a defender anymore, they're drifting into midfield as an inverted fullback. Your striker isn't just a goal poacher, they're dropping deep as a false 9 to pull defenses apart. Even the goalkeeper has a new job description: they're no longer just the last line of defense, but the first point of attack. It's all about one thing: controlling space. So, when you look at the long history of football, you see a journey from rigid lines to absolute fluidity. From a game of individuals to a game of the collective. It went from a philosophy of pure attack to a high-speed battle for space itself. The on-paper formations might look familiar, but the ideas driving them have been totally transformed, creating the smart, sophisticated, and beautiful game we all love watching today. So I have to ask you, what do you think was the most important tactical leap in football's history? Was it Chapman's game-changing WM, the mind-bending arrival of total football, or the relentless pressing we see today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you had fun geeking out on tactics with us, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more.